another episode of Bangs and Bruises. It's your girl, Jade Massentoff, and season 1 is all about pole dancers and the pole instructors here at Skypole Fitness. And today's guest, we have the powerhouse of the studio, Pistol. Yeah! Let's welcome Pistol! How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. I'm okay. I'm really excited about this interview because you've come such a long way, and I really, really want the viewers to really know who you are. Because I feel like you're very soft-spoken.
Yeah.
And she's soft-spoken, but your pole does not show soft-spoken. So, with that being said, I want you to give the viewers and kind of tell a little bit about your story. How did you become this phenom in the pole world here?
Okay, so I started working from home a few years ago, and I realized that I was going to get zero social interaction. And I'm kind of like I'm a hobby hoe, is what I call it. Like, I've tried everything, I've dabbled in everything.
A hobby hoe?
Yeah, like I'm hoeing around in hobbies.
Okay.
Like, I've tried it all.
Okay, I like this
But
word.
the one thing that I haven't tried to this point is dance of any kind. Because I went to a school where it was like banned, like you could not dance. It was footloose, like straight up footloose.
Okay.
So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna try dance. I'm gonna get in there and meet some friends, hopefully, and try and get rid of some of this social anxiety just from working from home. And I walked in here, and there was Sky, and I just fell in love. Class number 1. I mean, I was terrible, horrible, like bad.
Sure, you weren't that bad.
I was bad.
Okay. Okay, on a scale from 1 to 10, how bad do you think you were?
0. I didn't know what was happening. I tried to do a step around. I did a 1-arm spin. Like, I didn't understand the footwork.
Oh, okay. So the coordination was throwing
Yes,
you off. Okay,
yes.
okay.
It was bad.
I'm sure it wasn't that bad.
Guy was looking at me like, okay.
No, she wasn't. Maybe she was. But okay, but you were just like, okay, you've never done dance before. This is what I wanted to do.
Right.
You fell in love with it first time.
Immediate.
And so you've just been here ever since.
Literally every day.
So I heard you mention social anxiety.
Yeah.
Can you give us a little bit about what that does to you as far as?
Yeah, there was a long period of time where I just didn't leave the house, and my high school was like super small.
Mm-hmm.
It was like 50 people in my graduating class. So I just didn't have a lot of exposure to other people and what they were doing, and my family, we all just kind of like stayed at home, and
Right.
yeah, so I would just get overwhelmed anytime I went out to do something new. If I didn't have someone with me, like I couldn't do things alone, really.
Okay. So when you were a hobby hoe, you were hobbying with other people.
Other people, yes.
Okay.
Or
Got you.
just, like home stuff, like, okay, I'm gonna knit now or bake or whatever.
Right. Got you. So do you think now that would you still consider yourself a hobby hoe?
No, this hoe is closed for business.
No. Okay. So, and do you think that's because of pole? Is that the reason why?
I found my passion.
Yeah.
I don't need to jump around anymore. I'm just fully in love with this. I still do things occasionally, like every now and then I'll try something new still.
Right.
I always come back here and I'm like, all right, now that I did that, let me do something I'm actually good at.
I feel like it's good though for us to still try new things,
Yeah.
but we always circle back to what
Yes.
we really love and enjoy doing. The universe has a funny way of pulling us back to where we belong, right?
So true.
So I'm curious to know, because you mentioned about always having somebody hobbying with. Do you think that now pole has changed
Oh,
how
yeah.
you feel about doing things with other people?
Absolutely. I mean, performing just in general, like I mean, I'm doing this. This is not something I would have been able to do before.
Right.
Just socially, like, I couldn't have talked.
Right.
And then being able to go out and do new things alone has been huge for me.
That's good.
It's just changed my confidence in a way that, I mean, I'm so grateful.
So I'm glad that you mentioned confidence, because my next question was going to bring me to, so what has pole really, really done for you? I know you've already kind of gave us a little bit with the social anxiety, and then now confidence. So what would you say was like the main thing that you noticed as far as what has changed within you as a woman?
So it was, in my head, it was gradual. But I remember going to see my dad. He hadn't seen me in a couple months.
Mm-hmm.
I go to see him and he's like, what's going on? You seem so different. And my dad, like, he doesn't pay attention that much, you know?
Okay.
And he was like, you seem so different. And I was like, Dad, let me tell you. I was like a born-again Christian, basically, like about pole. I was like, this is what I'm doing. This is why I'm happy. This has brought me so much joy. I have a community, which is huge for me. Just seeing women empower each other was a very rare thing in my book. Where it came from, it was not something you saw very often. You know, they were always tearing women down, and yeah. So it's been huge for my confidence in that way. It's been really life-changing.
That's amazing to hear. And it's crazy because you said your dad, like, noticed, like,
immediate. Like,
who is that? You know, and I think that's a beautiful thing. Like when you walk into a room or walk with, you know, around someone even who, you know, who's known you for so long, and you can even make them see a different side of you.
Right.
I think that's amazing because I feel like from when I first met you to now, completely different woman, y'all. Literally, like completely different, and I think that's amazing. So how long has it been since you've been here at the studio?
2.5 years, and then teaching for 1 year. I just hit 1 year teaching.
Really? Yeah. Oh, yay! 1 year! It seems like you've been here forever, but it really
no time.
No time. It was just like this. That's crazy. Okay, so my next question is, because I mean you kind of already touched it, but what would you say was the hardest obstacle so far in your pole journey?
I would say just worrying about what other people think. You know, like what is the reaction going to be to me doing this? And I've been incredibly lucky, I'm not gonna lie. No one's ever said a negative word, to my face anyway, about what I do. Like, never. I've never gotten a comment, nothing. So
that's amazing.
But in my head, I'm like, oh my God, everyone's gonna look at me so like negatively. And
so you definitely have supporters.
Yes.
You would say with you doing what you do here. So who would you say is your biggest supporter?
I would have to say my mom or my man. I don't know.
So they don't know.
They both fight over the spot of who is most supportive, I think.
I love it.
And then within the studio, I would say it's you. I mean, it always has been. You've been pushing me since day one, since I first got into your class.
Oh, I wasn't expecting that.
It's true though.
Well, I appreciate that. Well, you know how I feel about, you know, empowering other women, and with you, I feel like I've connected with you on a I can't explain it. The universe has its funny ways, but you know, I've always felt like I needed to, like, you know, move you along. Like it's okay, you know, and so that really touched my heart. Quick break, get myself back together. Okay, well, I'm glad that, you know, we've gotten to dig a little bit into, you know, who you used to be and who you are now. I still think you're not as soft-spoken. I still think you're very, like, you know, sweet, but you speak louder than you used to. I remember she used to talk like, she used to talk like this. You're very soft. So now, after all of this, building your confidence, you know, doing what's for you, you're no longer a hobby hoe out here in these streets. What would you say your pole style is? Mind you, y'all, she said she's never danced before.
Right.
So what would you call your style?
So my style, I would call a Dynamic Daredevil.
a dynamic daredevil. And why is that? Explain to, I mean, that's pretty self-explanatory, but explain why you would call it.
I like everything explosive. So I want to throw myself to the floor. I want to jump off this pole. I want to just entertain. I want to perform. I find, and this is no shade to anyone that does this, but I get bored with myself when I'm just holding poses.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just like, this isn't enough. How can I incorporate more movement into this?
Right.
And so I'm drawn to it. You know, I just want to move all
Right.
the time. I don't want to stop.
No, I completely agree with that because I feel like me and you are closely related into styles. Because I prefer choreo, really, because choreo keeps me moving.
Right.
I prefer to be a little bit more dynamic, in your face.
Yes.
And I really do think your style is spot on. Dynamic Daredevil is literally spot on to your style of dancing. Especially, and it's so crazy because, you know, just seeing where you were and seeing where you are now, I mean, that's absolutely amazing. So what is your favorite dynamic trick or your favorite trick in general?
Favorite trick? Something flippy. It's gotta be, I mean, I like Fonji. I think it's really cool.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not great at it yet, but I'm proud of the fact that I can do it, so I would say that's one of my favorites.
The Fonji.
Yeah.
That's, do we have a video or
Yeah.
we're gonna need something to pop up so they can see you doing it?
We
Because
can get you one.
Jesus Christ, that fun! I've been trying to get this Fonji for a minute, and I didn't give up. But anyways, back to you, because Jesus, Fonji is. So let's go ahead and play a game then, since we're talking about tricks. I think I want to play the harder one first.
Okay.
Because you know, you're a little competitive, and I kind of want to see what we have. Yeah, adjust. So this one is called Name That Trick.
Oh, okay.
Trick. I love this game. I really do. I'm end up playing it every freaking episode. And so you kind of know how it goes, right? Well, did I? No. Is that the name of it? Name that trick. So I'm gonna say a letter, and you have to tell me a name of a trick. Anything pole related, really. So less pressure. But you know, I expect greatness from you. So I'm timing you, and you have, since I made yours a little harder, I'm gonna give you a minute.
Okay.
You have a minute to name these tricks. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, here we go. C.
Cupid.
U.
Umbrella.
T.
TikTok.
M.
Marion Amber.
E. You can say pass.
Pass. Okay.
N.
No handshake.
B.
Very slippery.
We were passing that. O.
Octopus.
G.
Genie.
S.
Superman.
B.
Brass monkey.
H.
Holly drop.
D. D.
D-spin.
K.
Kip.
E.
Eye contact.
Okay. And V.
Oh, V-spin. Yeah.
Awesome.
Inverted V.
Inverted V, spinning V. Yeah. Okay. V spin. Okay. You didn't. You went over a minute. It's
I'm
okay.
sorry.
It's fine. You did a minute 15. Don't apologize. I'm just gonna, kill you about it later. Off camera. No, that was really, really good. Okay, cool. So I was surprised that you took so long with K, because I was like,
Yeah, it should have been immediate.
it should have been like K.
I was thinking a trick. I couldn't. Yeah.
I'm sorry, this word trick kills me sometimes.
I know.
I freaking love it. Okay, so now that we kind of have a bit of, you did well in that game. So, so I kind of want the viewers to know what you do outside of, if you're willing to share, outside of the studio. I mean, because, I feel like what you do in here still kind of, you know, transfers out there just a little bit, just a teeny bit. So I want you to tell what you do, all that you do outside of the pole studio.
So outside of the studio, I'm actually an engineer, a civil engineer. Yeah.
Which is dope. But that's not all you do.
Oh no, I'm dabbling in modeling. Is that what you're getting at?
Yeah, yes. Is that what you want me to say?
I haven't really claimed the words model yet, but yeah.
Okay, so how's that going for you? Because I feel like when I met you, you would have never would have done something like that.
No.
So how's that going? Like
I'm having so much fun with it. One thing that I did always love, and part of my hobby Helen, was makeup. I'm super into makeup. I love just the creative aspect of makeup, like just playing with it, right? And then modeling and all like pole and modeling kind of fit hand in hand because you're posing on a pole already. Right. Like we're learning poses. And then if you put in my makeup background, I'm just like, okay, this makes sense for me, you know?
And you said makeup, so have you always, I'm circling around and I'm gonna come back to what we need to do next, but have you always just been into makeup? It's like that's like an always thing?
No, not an always thing. It was before pole though. So I was super into it before pole. I got into like the YouTube videos and like the beauty bloggers. I was like watching tutorials every day. At my desk job, I'd have it like set up at the corner and like watching, okay, she cut her crease, and then that was me. And I was like, I need this product and this product. Like I was a collector of makeup as well.
Right. And I feel like you're so well put together with your makeup and your hair. And so that leads me back to pole. Is kind of like, you come in here with the cutest outfits. And I really, really hope they get to see how cute your outfit is for the demo. So what is like the perfect pole outfit for you? Like what is like, this is it. This is it.
So for me, I've always got to have my pop of red somewhere because red is like my thing. I love red, whether it's just like a red lip or my heels are red. Something's got to be red.
Yes. Something's gonna be red.
Yeah, something is always gonna be red. I like anything that makes it look. We get some of this.
Uniform?
Yeah.
I like that.
This curvature on the booty. I like some garters to help with the shape.
Yeah.
I like having my stomach exposed for the most part. I don't like to be too covered because I need as much skin as possible to catch myself.
Absolutely. Especially for what you do.
Yeah.
You need skin.
I need as much as possible. So.
Absolutely. Okay, cool. So well put together. And I think that, do you think that you being well put together, have you always been well put together? I mean, not saying like you were like bummed out or something before pole, but do you think pole has kind of triggered a little bit of that?
Yeah, I think it's given me the opportunity to, because like I said, I didn't go a lot of places. So when I would do my makeup all nice and stuff, I would literally go to Walmart. Like, so I would put on a full beat face and then go to Walmart.
Right.
That's it. So coming in here, I actually have an excuse to like put in effort to pick my outfits, to try and coordinate everything together. And I love having that as an extra outlet and just more expression. Because I do try to change it up quite a bit of like, okay, here's how I'm feeling. You can see it when you look at me, like, where I'm at.
Absolutely. So, would you say that brings you the most joy, or is it something else?
I would say it brings me a lot of joy, but I don't know if it's the most joy. I think, honestly, pushing myself brings me the most joy in here. When I see something that I didn't know that I could do, and then I do it, I'm like, shit, I just did that. It takes a minute to sink in sometimes.
Absolutely. Because I feel like, especially with what you just, with your style, there's things in here that people won't do, like flip. And I mean, I'll flip, but some other instructors, they're not flipping. And and I think that's amazing that brings you, that much joy to say, I can do this. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's pretty freaking dope. And I can't wait for the demo because I'm hoping to see all the kips and the flips and the stuff that you do. So that's pretty cool. So that brings me to another game. Okay, this one is this or that.
Oh, okay.
You can go with this, or you can go with that. You don't know that song, I'm sorry. So, you know how this game goes, right? Hot or cold,
Hot
or
or
red.
red.
Oh,
Hot.
Right? We're team hotness over here.
Hotness.
We should kind of explain that real quick.
We should.
So we have team hotness and team what are they called?
Frigid bitches.
No.
I'm kidding. I love you guys, but I'm trying to not get injured. Let me not pull a muscle today.
Yes, we would appreciate it if you kept it at least what?
70 is reasonable. There's no reason it needs to go any lower than that, man.
Oh my God, I completely agree. I hate how cold it is. When I used to walk in here after Sky's classes and it was just freezing. I'm like, Sky, what is wrong with you?
If you take a piece of Laffy Taffy and you put it in this floor and you pick it up and it's not soft, I'm not happy.
Oh.
If it's hard and I can slam it, no.
Yeah, we don't like the cold here. We don't like the cold here, but we deal with it, right? Because we love working with it. We make it work. But literally, when I walk in here, Sky, she knows, right? She knows I hate it cold. So after she's done with her classes, or like maybe about 5 minutes before, yeah, keep going. Yeah, she's like, where do you want it?
Right
you know,
there.
I was like, yeah. 78 is good. 70, get it hot. Sometimes I'll put it up to like 85, just get it hot in here as fast as possible. Feeling warm, you know, because we be flipping and shit, and we gotta be warm.
That's right.
Anyway, so back to this
Sorry,
game. You're good. We went way off. So back to this game. Are you ready? I do want to time you, just to see, no pressure, but just to kind of see how fast you're gonna pick.
Okay.
All right, you ready?
Yes.
Handspring or kip?
Handspring.
Shoulder mount, pole backflip.
Pull back flip.
Scorpio, Gemini.
Gemini.
Clothes or no clothes?
Oh, no clothes.
The 2000s or the 2010s?
2000s.
Makeup or heels?
No. Why? Makeup.
Okay. Bowie Bend or Gennaro?
I'm gonna take Bowie Bend.
Okay.
Gennaro got me.
Rap or pop?
Pop.
Dresses or shorts?
Dresses.
You know what? I take that back. Dresses or skirts?
Skirts.
Burlesque or twerk?
Burlesque.
Low flow or aerial?
I'm gonna say low flow.
Okay. And pirouette or a good old feint?
Faint.
Okay, you were less decisive than I thought you would be. Nice.
You gave me some hard ones.
I did. I did. But you didn't make up no words like some of the other instructors did. Some of them made up words.
Money flowers.
Yeah, money flowers. Money flowers. Like what? Anyways, okay, good. Not too. So I'm very surprised that you chose handspring over kip.
Me too. I literally went like, what am I saying as I was saying it? But I actually got my handspring before I got my kip, so I think it's like my baby. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
I've been doing it longer, and
And then you chose the pole pack flip over the shoulder mount, which I'm also surprised you did.
Let me real quick just shout you out because you taught me my first flip. You know this, right?
I did?
Yes.
Maybe
And
I
it was
did.
the shoulder mount flip. So in my head, those questions are kind of like, you know what I mean? Shoulder mount flip versus shoulder mount. So yeah, that's why.
Okay, got you.
Because
Okay.
I do love a shoulder mount.
I know you do. That's why I was like, she chose the flip over
Yeah.
the shoulder mount? Okay. I knew you would have picked Gemini over
Yeah.
Scorpio. I don't,
Yeah.
you know, I'm more of a Scorpio girl.
You are.
And then I knew he was going to pick no clothes. Who wants to wear clothes?
No.
Me. And then the 2000 over the 2010s, that kind of threw me for a loop too.
Yeah, I'm just obsessed with that whole 2000s
Thousands.
rap in particular. I'm just, it's everything.
Hands down. I knew you would pick makeup over heels, but I thought that maybe would trip you up. Was it?
Yes.
I was like, I want to fuck her head up real
But
quick.
some of the flips I can't do in heels, so I was like, that's why. I always got my face, but.
Facts. And then Buoy, I kind of figured you'd pick that over, but I did not expect you to pick pick pop over rap.
Yeah, that one, I literally, when you said pop, I was like, Britney Spears. I love Britney Spears. Like, that's what my head did. I don't know why.
That makes sense. It's like Britney Spears over everything.
Yes, above all else.
Right. It's Britney, bitch. We do Britney over here, which is true. I fuck with Britney. We love you.
Yeah,
we
but
love you too.
more of my choreo would be the rap, wouldn't it?
Right. So that's why I was shocked that you chose pop. Because I was like, everything, I hear you do more rap, but you know, it's kind of the thing. It's fine. And then you chose skirts over dresses,
Yes.
which I was like, let me make this harder. Burlesque over twerk.
Yeah.
I think that has a lot to do with your sense of style.
I think so too. It's the red, the black, the white. That's
Yes.
what I love.
Mhm.
So, yeah, it's just a better expression of that, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. And yes, I knew you would pick low flow. You know, we're the low flow. And then a good old faint.
Yes.
I can't disagree with that. And if y'all don't know what that is, it literally, they'll see it. It's literally what it says. It's a feint. You're fainting, but in a very dynamic, overly dramatic way.
The drama.
The drama, yes, the drama. What do you hate doing the most on the?
You're gonna laugh at me.
Oh God, am I or am I gonna be upset?
Maybe both. We'll see.
Okay, what do you hate doing the most?
I hate Stargazer with a passion, and the students know this. Like, I still teach it, but I hate it so much.
You know what? I'm not mad at that.
Really?
I'm not. Because I personally don't like it myself, and I don't know. Maybe it's the position of my legs and hips.
It's the legs and hips.
It makes my hips sit funny.
Yeah.
Hopefully we have a picture we can throw in there. It's like people's like, what the fuck is a stargazer? It's not a very comfortable move.
No.
Yeah, I don't think I would ever put it in a routine or.
There's not a chance. It's so bad on my body.
I can see that. I think it's just our hips. I don't like the stargazing feel. I don't want to do it. I don't want to bend my back. I don't want to do nothing. I feel like all the things that I suffer from, the stargazer.
It's in there.
It's in there.
I know. It's like encompassing everything I hate.
Right. And I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. Okay. And so.
The worst part is it's not a difficult trick. So
Right.
it's
not
like
hard.
that's why I'm kind of embarrassed that it's my least favorite.
I don't think it's unfair, you know. And I think for me, my least favorite trick would probably be you know what? It's one of the two. It's either Gennaro, because I can't do it and I hate doing it. When I try to do it, it frustrates me to the death of me. And then probably the Pegasus.
Yeah.
That is my nemesis trick. I don't know about you, but
I hate that trick. I hate that trick.
Hate that fucking trick. We hate Pegasus. I hate Pegasus. I don't know.
I don't want to do this. I shaved, don't worry.
Yes, she did. She shaved. I did not, so don't look at me. But girl, yeah, I hate the Pegasus. So, but that's fair. Stargazer is fair. I'm not mad at that.
Okay, good.
If you would have said something like, I don't know, Batwing or something, or Gargoyle, then I'd have been like, come on, that's not too bad.
No, I don't mind the pain of most things. Like the painful stuff, I'm like,
right. I mean, and those tricks are also harder.
Yeah.
Too.
Much harder.
I do hate Batwing, but it's just like, I don't know.
It's doable.
It's doable. The only person I think really can just pull that shit off is Spice.
I know.
She can just Batwing that shit. She'll go from a spatchcock to a fucking Batwing and just like, woo.
No big deal.
No big deal. The final question I have for you before we get into this demo is, how did you come up with your whole name?
Okay, so oddly enough, I actually didn't come up with it. Which most people, they do come up with their own names, right?
Mm-hmm.
And mine's kind of a rare case of someone told me my name, and then I grew into it, if that makes sense.
No, that makes sense.
When I walked in here, I was not this, but they gave me the name anyway, and then I grew into it from there.
Who gave it to you?
Stormy, one of the students. That
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
She did. We went to the gym, and I took her to the pull-up bar, and I'm like, all right, let's start doing pull-ups. I start cranking them out, and she goes, I just came up with your pole name. And I was like, what? And she goes, Pistol. And I was like, Pistol? My first gut reaction was like, that's kind of masculine. I don't know if it fits me.
Right.
And then, like, over the years, it just started like, oh, this makes a lot of sense. Like, just because of how dynamic I like
Right.
to be.
Absolutely. That's really cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't know why I always thought Sky.
Yeah, Sky's the one that pushed for it, because I was like, and then when Stormy told Sky,
Yeah.
Sky was like, that's it, and I was like, I don't know.
I mean, I've always liked it. I mean, as soon as I heard it, I was like, yeah, that's it. That has to be, because it just fits you. It literally does fit you, and I feel like you've embraced the name. I don't think it doesn't come off masculine when I think of you. I don't see the masculinity. I just feel like there is, a beauty in a gun, and it's just like, I don't know. My brain can't, you know how you see something in your brain and you can't transfer it out your mouth?
Yeah.
That's literally how, when I hear your name, I'm just like you shooting, like flowers come out.
That's everything.
Oh, right, red flowers though.
Yeah, definitely red. Oh my god, that's everything.
Literally. Ooh. Anyways, I was like, ooh.
Logo.
Right? So I'm so glad that, I mean, there's some things I didn't even know, that I even learned about you. And I absolutely love that. And I loved how, you've become who you are now from what you used to be. I'm not saying that you were terrible or anything like that, but I feel like you came a long way.
A lot.
You have. Just to see you just glow, you smile a lot more. You're a lot less in the shadows.
Look at me. Look at me.
Now she's like, fucking look at me. Look at all of me. And I love it. And I want more of it. So I'm here for all of it. So I'm super excited to do this demo. So everyone, I need you to stay tuned. She's going to perform her demo for you guys. We have the Dynamic Daredevil ready to explode. Yes! Are you ready?
Yeah.
All right, guys, we'll see you now. All right, see you later.
Hi, my name is Pistol. I'm an instructor here at Skypole Fitness, and I'm going to show you some of my personal style, Dynamic Daredevil.
I got that.
No! Hi, my name's Pistol, and you're watching Disney Channel. I had to get it out of the way. That's what I feel like when I'm like, hi.
It's too good, actually.
Let's shake it out though.